audio check here. Check the videos. Now we're going to check to see that the microphone is working. And it is perfect. Okay. Hello everybody. Busy weekend ahead, and so I've got to do some business. It is dark, so I've got light set up. Hopefully I don't drop anything in the sea of shell. I'm going to replace the rear rack on this bad boy. Oh. I'm having technical difficulties with my phone mount, so what I'm going to do here is just take off some weight. And hopefully it'll come through. Oh man, funny clips. Good evening. I think I just need to get to this. I've got the rack down below. If you guys have seen anything, you can see right here where it is really messed up. This was the part that I popped off so that we could get the battery slipped in for the test when we unboxed it live with Jake. This thing out. All right. Before I even begin to disassemble on the rack, I'm gonna get in and just work the wire out. So that means I've got to get into the controller housing, because on the 2024 Plus, like mid-series I believe, and then on the 2025s, the connector for the balancer to the rear battery is inside the controller housing. That is fantastic, unless you need to work on it. Funny clips is Mike Heard. Don't hold it against me if I don't remember. There are a lot of people that reach out, but that is quite the username, so I'm sure it's going to stamp itself. There we go. Some eyeballs on how this is inside of here. Just start undoing the wiring. do we have here? Oh, man, this is gonna be awful. The only reason I know what happened is because I heard it. Okay, I've got to seek a more permanent fix. Can't be drooping the camera mid-shot. And in case you're wondering, that's a zip tie. Okay. New tripod is coming, it's in the mail, but this is just gonna have to do. So sorry about all that. I don't know, I'd have to see that bag, or the battery, honestly. The bags do have dimension, but some of those batteries get a little oblong, so it would be difficult to know. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the balancer, which was inside like so. It's a nice tight fit. Now I'm just gonna work my way up the rear rack. Main body 5-star. You might try like the 7-inch waterproof bag, but even still, I don't know. I don't have my E-cells anymore. Not loose, almost loose. Okay. Who's here? CJ Dubs. Yeah, that's what our rack was damaged during shipping as well. That's what's going on up in the top right hand corner of that thing. You can see it right here. It was really, really bad. Don't drop the screws or the nuts or the washers. Interesting. I want to share something with you guys, see what you think. Electric Bike Company filed for bankruptcy recently. Now, that's one thing if the bike company is, bankrupt. But they recently were in a merger with another company, and it was publicized by Electric Magazine. Micah Toll wrote an article, I believe. And suddenly, they are in Chapter 7. They have declared no assets. And they're writing off their debt on the public dime. Anybody have any thoughts on that? I was not appreciative. Am not appreciative still. Ooh, how are we gonna break that loose? So right now I need to get the fender loose because it's attached to both the rear rack and the frame. Hey Damon, how you doing, bud? So right now I'm moving towards the fender again, but as it sits on the seat stay. I'll leave that still attached, and now it's just sitting on the tire. Easy E, it got hammered in shipping real bad. But I got it in less than like 3 days, I think, as soon as I contacted them. I do have a direct line to Steve, but what's nice is he reacted immediately and gave me instructions on how to get the message into their system and have it shipped out next business day. Okay. All right, now I'm just gonna go around that. And the big to-do is that Scott Hardesty is going to be here tomorrow. It's all Magician, all wired. So I want the machines in the best working order. The Warrior has a tight clutch plate, so it makes not the best sound, but it's usable. We're going to install a new one. We're going to crack the Hintock motor for the 72 volt Hintock on Monday and fix that. And then race the Magician Alpha and the wired Warrior on Monday afternoon. Or we may do it earlier, just deal with the noise and put a disclaimer that Wired has already made moves to rectify the scenario. Remember, the longer bolt is here. What do y'all think about this microphone? Is it better, worse, better than the other lives? Damon, what do you think? These things are tight. I feel like this rack is squeezed and it's going to have to be separated to start these screws, which is going to make it really hard to tell if I'm stripping it or not. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. Break time. That sounds amazing. Can't wait. Thank you, Joey. Definitely doing that. Yeah, easy. Yeah, they ship out their replacement parts pretty easy. The odds of racing will not be on FanDuel, Damon. I'm sorry. I just don't have the time to deal with that. There's that. What's that new betting app that is like the free market thing or whatever I keep seeing? Well, Damon, this is an upgraded microphone, so I'm glad I sound fine. That's what we're looking for. Easy, are you talking about the bike frame or the rear rack was correct? And was it a 2024 Plus or this style where it's got the rolled tube that is curved down the line? Are we free? I think we're free. Yes. Dang it, we're not free. I missed a zip tie. Okay, there it is. I gotta deal with this pain in the butt. Hopefully those are the same size. And they are fantastic. Good job, Matt. Thanks, Matt. Fun Photos 2004. Of course it's okay to ask about the bikes I have. It's what we're here for. Like, that's what we're doing. Just don't put me on the spot. Don't make me swear allegiances that I don't have. I like what I like. Let's put it that way. So for this, what you'll notice is that these are shape fit screws inside the rack. You see right down in there. So it's a nut on the back side that you have to take loose. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. So it's gonna be fun. They're here, 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 and here. The biggest the biggest task that I must tackle is the fact that it's being able to see in the dark. Because as I get older, my eyesight is just turning to poo. Let's see here. One. 2. The King Bull Discover 2 is a 750. They offer a controller that allows you to go past the standard 28 miles an hour at jailbreaks, basically the thumb throttle, which is kind of like what we offer for the electrics. It is an aftermarket controller. It's like 50 bucks. I think all of that should be linked in that video in the description, including the extra battery stuff. Oh no, I'm gonna have to take off this. Dang, I don't want to work that much. Should have known. I can remember this when the burnout. So I'm gonna have to take this plate cover off to get to these last two in here, which sucks. Go. All right. I'm looking at here. L brackets, part of the setup. So there are these little L brackets inside here that actually facilitate the backing of the screw from the plate that I just took off. Fun. More parts to lose. gonna be great. Oh yeah, I do agree with the assessment that it looks good without the rear rack, but I like the battery, don't you know? It's kind of like a staple for who we are. The Warrior without the rear rack is just sick. It looks so good. Fluorescent. Lordy, look at it. It's horrible. Okay. So I got my holes on the bottom, so that gives me the direction. Also the locking plate, so I know that this side is up. I'm going to start with these. So there's a little washer, and then this thing just fits inside, and it sits inside the grooves of the plate itself. See if I can demonstrate this right here. Turn this, feed it through the hole, and then it's kind of self-orienting. Here's the other one. Fun photo. What percentage should you store your battery? 3 months or longer, I think, is like 60%. 50 to 70%, I believe, will do it. You just never want it to, dive down into that 30% range. These are all relative to voltage, by the way, so keep that in mind. There are many charts online. Please don't make me spout them off. But on a general battery, it is typically stated that just over 48 volts for a 48 volt battery is half charge. Full charge on a 48 volt battery is 54.6 volts. Coincidentally, that is the number you use to multiply by the controller current limit to get the max output of your motor, not what the motor says. The motor may be capable of more than the components in the bike. To answer the question, 50 to 70% charge to store. been a long day, guys. I'm sorry I'm not very talkative, but it was a long day at work. Got so much to do. Needed to clean the spot up so it's presentable for the rest of the weekend, so we can get out and have a good time. I'm picking him up mid-morning tomorrow, and then I guess it's just pick our poison. The Predator's charging, the Warrior is at the shop, so I'll probably try and get that on charge before I go get him. The two Magician bikes are charged. We have a full plate. Plus I got this 2025 Freedom. I have this bike because I am trying to... I've already sourced the dual crown fork for it, and the reason why it could be perceived as difficult is that it requires a through axle. My big old hands can't fit in here well. This sucks. All right. Is that it? That is it. Let me try it this way. So what I'm doing is, because I got fat hands, I am putting the screws in the plate and then setting the plate like right in there and see if I can hook it. Got one, failed on the other. Whew. Don't drop the screws. Okay. This job sucks. I think I'd rather change a tire. I think we're out of danger. Okay, what's going on over here? I got my 2024. Wait, mine is right. I leave mine off. Don't really need that. Yes, yes. What percentage should you store? Understood. On my 2024 Plus Freedom, I removed the rear rack and mounted the battery with ratchet straps to the frame. Beside what? Oh, that is all right. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate all your informative video. Getting ready to watch New York Giants get beat down. You guys are, thank you. Appreciate you, Easy E. Can't wait to see the content. Appreciate you, Damon. I'm glad, I always know you're there. On my end of things, you have this crown next to you. You guys, Easy E, like your crown #1, and then Damon, you have crown #2. I'm not exactly sure what all that means. Last one. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Okay. Good. I think we're good. I think it's good. I hope it's good. I don't exactly remember the wiring orientation, so I'm just going to try and fumble through that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. There are 2 size bolts that come on the side of these things, and one is longer than the other. The longer one goes here. All I'm trying to do is make sure I get these in here and that they're not stripped, because they were all a pain in the butt to take out. Same screw orientation on the other side, so keep that in mind. And what I'm doing is just kind of lifting and pushing the rack to allow me to get that screw in where I know it's not stripped. And then it just gets real wonky and tight because of the way the rack is bent. Now don't forget that there are 2 more right here. That was kind of a pain in the butt, not gonna lie. And it's all about the how this rack is bent. So you just got to keep it loose while you're trying to install it, and then tighten up the screws after you get them all started. Perfect. We're on there. That is good. Okay. Now I've got this nut to tighten, or screw to tighten, which brings the fender back into place. So I can't forget about that. Okay. Next is the actual fender itself to the rear rack, which there's a screw right under here. It's actually quite convenient compared to days of old. Perfect. Now this thing. Good. All right, there were a couple of like rubber washers on this, so I'm gonna put those on here. I'm gonna slip it through. Then I'll put the washer and nut on the back side. And I know you guys can't see this, but they're really small. Whoa. Eureka. Okay. Zip ties, zip tie hill. Here we go. My goodness. Hello everyone, I am here. It's been a long day. I am enjoying an adult beverage while working on the e-bike. Feeling kind of jealous that I'm not watching football, sort of, but I'm excited for my day tomorrow, so I need to get this thing buttoned up. Malbec, in case you're wondering. all the zip ties. This thing back in. Can y'all see me? Getting close. Getting close. This one has a loop in the frame, so don't forget to check all of those before you do it. There's some really tight tolerances down here at the bottom, especially right near the tire. Right here. Okay. Now I need to test this thing before I close it up. %. Zip ties. That was a zip tie noise. All right, we know it works because I tested it earlier for the light. So the front battery works. Yeah, Damon. It is a big day. I've been trying to get all my crap done this weekend so I can just like let it all loose. But the reality is it's work. It's more work. Gotta work. But it should be fun. Ooh, I do not like the way that seated itself. That should sit flat, no problem. There we go. Perfecto. I am. It's gonna be a good day. We've got all the best toys ready to play. Smorgasbord of e-bikes all weekend long. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Just gotta do the things to enjoy the fruits of that labor. And this is one of them. Clipping zip ties until the day comes. I'm going to put this one for good measure right over the motor cable because I know for a fact that if it gets loose, it will rub on the sidewall of the tire. I think we are good. That job is done. Now the stem. Oh gosh, more work. More work. There's that. No. Always have this problem. I have not seen the toolkit that hides the stem. Something is wrong. It got raked in shipping, so we're replacing the whole stem, which means I need to loose it from the handlebars. So I've got to take the whole top plate off. Damon, that was directed at you. Are you the only one? How many people are here? What are y'all doing on a Thursday night watching this guy? Oh my gosh. Huh. If you just are joining, notice that I strapped the fork so it won't fall out. Okay, this thing got thoroughly rash during shipping, so they sent another one as well. Don't drop the screws. Is that what you're doing? What are you doing, Brad Twist? Are you assembling a bike rack or are you giving me crap? One day it's gonna come. You'll be the first name I mention when it does. Look at this fancy electronic rack. Lifts all the heavy things. So this video is taking care of all the stuff that happened to the bike in shipping, all the stuff you saw in the live. Okay, gotcha. I see that you are assembling. You gotta do these things, well, don't compete with the lives. I'm glad you're here. Stay here with us, Brad, please. Tell me how horrible it is. I just figured I would turn this on. This isn't one of the most lively things. It's probably not the best lit either. I'm outside, it's breezy. It's a little warm, like lifting this, but I just enjoy being outside. And this needs to be done. I got rear-ended the other day, so I am gonna have to pick out a new rack for my vehicle. If you have a recommendation, holler at me. I know everybody's gonna say probably Hollywood or something. Even? Looks pretty even. Good job, Matt. Thanks, Matt. Ooh, that's a lot. She ready? She ready. Last call for any questions, folks. This is the part where I'm going to sign it all. This weekend, Scott Hardesty's coming. He'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, the stem got wrecked, and then the replacement of the rear rack, which you saw on the last live, so that thing. So got that done. It is now ready to go. I'm interested to see this bike off the line. There's gonna be, we're gonna have the Warrior, the Alpha, and this Freedom, and we're gonna try and run them off the line. And with the settings 0 through 3 on the starts, I feel like this Freedom is gonna keep its own. On 0, the Warrior is just pretty uncontrollable. So it'll be interesting to see. The Magician Alpha is extremely smooth ride, so that'll be nice. I don't think it has the off-the-line quickness, and it doesn't have the top speed. It just has a refinement that's a little bit different. If you think about it, it's like, you know, the front engine Corvette, loose rear end, super high horsepower, and, you know, and then somewhere in there is like a more refined, not Italian sports car, but something just really, really, really dialed in. And that's kind of the difference in feel. It's like a wired bike is just screams at you. Like the motor has a specific noise, which I really like, and the 72s is just even more so. But the Magician is super quiet, and it just has this consistent feel to it, which is unmatched thus far. I do like it quite a bit. Damon, the rear rack got damaged in the hit. The bumper is thrashed. It's in the shop now. I'm riding in some sort of Volvo station wagon looking thing. I don't even know what the name of it is. I don't like it very much at all. But I'm hopeful to get that back, my car back this tomorrow afternoon, and then I'll be able to take some bikes, if need be or wanted, down over to Tampa, so he can see downtown Tampa. We just can't ride there. It's not like we could ride there, but it would be something else. That's over the bridge, and I don't know if we're ready for that. All right, guys, I think that's it. I need to pick all this stuff up, toss the trash, get this bike down, put everything away, make sure everything gets charged, and then go take a shower because I stink. I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you're curious about this bike or anything else, we left a lot of links for the products that were used on the 2024 Plus in the description below. There's a link for wired e-bikes as well, so if you go down that route, really appreciate your patronage. And using the affiliate link, it helps to keep this channel going. I don't have much else. That was a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that much. I do not like changing this thing. There's a whole lot of screws, a whole lot of stuff going on just to get it back in. So not one of my favorite jobs, but it's done. And now on to good times. You guys have a good night. We'll talk to you next time.